Good day everyone, we are Figma Fatal and today we'll be presenting our assignment 1, which consists of 3 subtasks. For our first subtask, user research, our goal was to better understand our users. Our main users are home cooks or individuals who regularly prepare meals at home. Their skill levels may range from beginners who rely on online tutorials to experienced home cooks who confidently know their way around the kitchen. While their motivations for cooking may differ, these home cooks share a common need to make everyday meal decisions easier and more manageable within their individual circumstances. Whether they want to learn a new recipe, eat healthier while balancing a busy schedule, or prepare meals for their family, they all share one thing in common: the challenge of deciding what to cook. To better understand their experiences, we conducted a survey consisting of both closed-ended and open-ended questions. We gathered responses from 15 home cooks with diverse backgrounds and cooking habits. From our findings, we uncovered 5 key insights that will shape the entire direction of our project. First, home cooks make meal decisions based on multiple constraints. Deciding what to cook is often more challenging than finding recipes. Users already have access to various sources online, but what they need is support in deciding which meal best fits their current circumstances, such as their available ingredients, time, energy, budget, and preferences. Second, meal decisions are influenced by everyday life, not just personal preference. For many, cooking is a responsibility and a practical necessity. For example, parents consider their family's routines and preferences. Working professionals cook at home to save money, while beginners value exploring new recipes to improve their skills. Third, regardless of their cooking skills, users experience decision fatigue despite having access to countless recipes. Not knowing what to cook may lead to feelings of distress. While their strategies may differ, they share the same challenge of finding a meal that best matches their current situation. This suggests that having more choices does not necessarily make decision-making easier. Fourth, we found that smartphones are the primary devices used for searching recipes, with YouTube and Google search being the most commonly used resources. This highlights users' preference for multimedia-supported instructions, as well as information that help them decide which recipes to trust. Lastly, available ingredients play the biggest role in deciding what to cook. Users frequently altered recipes, substituted ingredients, or changed their cooking plans because ingredients were not available, expensive, or difficult to find locally. They are most likely to search for recipes when they want to cook using the ingredients at home. This highlights the importance of pantry-based features that can help users make better use of what they already have while reducing unnecessary food waste. These insights became the foundation for developing our personas to better understand the different needs of our users. To understand our users better, we first developed 3 distinct personas based on our survey. First, Erica Santos, the novice home cook, is a 22-year-old working student who just started learning how to cook and relies on online resources for guidance. She needs help narrowing down recipes that match her skill level and available resources. Second, Maria Cruz, the household cook, is a 50-year-old mother who has been cooking for her family of 5 for decades. For her, a healthy family is a happy family, so well-balanced meals are a must. But deciding what to cook every day has become draining, so she needs help making everyday meal decisions easier while reducing food waste and planning meals more effectively. Lastly, Mark de la Cruz, the practical cook, is a 26-year-old working professional who prioritizes efficiency after a long day at work. He cooks at home because it's more affordable, but his busy schedule causes him to skip planning for groceries, despite wanting to eat healthier. He wants to make cooking at home more practical and less repetitive. Now, our journey maps focus on the decision-making process behind cooking. Its scope begins from the moment users recognize the need to prepare a meal and continues until they reflect on their experience afterward. We divided their journeys into 5 phases, with each phase representing the questions users naturally ask themselves throughout the cooking process. Now, let's go over our personas' journey maps. For Erica, the journey begins when she commits to preparing a home-cooked meal to learn a new recipe and improve her skills. Although she is excited to cook, she struggles to decide what she wants to eat, which highlights the need for homepage recommendations to help her get started. Next, she assesses her constraints by checking her available resources. She feels uncertain whether her ingredients go well together or are enough for a complete meal. Key opportunities at this stage include filter-based searches, ingredient substitution suggestions, and the Smart Pantry feature. When deciding what to cook, Erica turns to Google search and YouTube tutorials. However, the abundance of online recipes becomes overwhelming and makes it difficult to determine which options are trustworthy and practical. This highlights the importance of cuisine and skill-based search filters alongside recipe reviews and ratings. For meal prep, she goes to the kitchen to execute the recipe. She feels hesitant when instructions are difficult to follow because she wants to avoid making mistakes. To address this, recipes must feature multimedia-supported instructions with step-by-step explanations and helpful cooking tips. Finally, Erica reflects on her cooking experience by tasting the meal and noting whether it met her expectations. She feels happy recognizing her progress as a beginner cook as she takes a photo of the meal to look back on. Strategic opportunities here include allowing users to save favorites, bookmark recipes of interest, and share their progress through a personal user profile. Now for Maria. Her journey begins with her commitment to preparing breakfast for her family. She feels uneasy as she rushes to think of a well-balanced meal that satisfies everyone. At this phase, dedicated meal categories and meal planning tools can provide an efficient starting point. Next, she checks available ingredients and notes what must be used soon. She is concerned about maximizing her resources while ensuring breakfast is ready on time. Implementing ingredient expiry tracking and preparation time filters would help her make more practical choices. When deciding what to cook, Maria balances prep time, available ingredients, and family preferences. However, limited time and missing ingredients often cause feelings of indecisiveness. Pantry-based recipe suggestions and a grocery list feature can simplify this process. For meal prep, Maria improvises recipes and adjusts portions to avoid leftovers. Despite the morning rush, she feels confident executing the meal. A feature that would allow users to adjust serving size will help avoid leftovers, along with ingredient substitution suggestions. Finally, Maria reflects on the experience by gathering feedback and planning how to use the remaining ingredients in future meals. She feels relieved when breakfast is successfully prepared. Future planning can be enhanced by allowing her to save family favorites, view recently prepared meals, and receive notifications for expiring ingredients. From Mark, the journey begins when he arrives home from work and decides to prepare a quick meal. He feels tired and hungry, so he wants something easy to make. Quick access categories and personalized recommendations can help him decide right away. Next, he checks what ingredients he has left available and considers how much time and energy he has left for cooking. He feels drained when items are missing or when he realizes he forgot to buy groceries. Pantry-based recipe suggestions and automatic replenishment reminders would make this stage more convenient. To decide what to cook, he compares recipes based on the required time and effort but often falls back on familiar dishes despite wanting more variety. This repetitive routine leaves him feeling annoyed. Opportunities at this phase include preparation time filter, healthy recipe options, and promote variety by recommending recipes that have a high similarity with the user's pantry. For meal prep, Mark improvises with whatever he has on hand and prioritizes meals that require minimal cleanup. While he feels relieved when cooking is fast, features that highlight quick and easy recipes can make the process even more efficient. Finally, he reflects on whether the meal was practical enough to prepare again on busy days. He feels at ease when the experience is convenient, but recognizes that he tends to repeat the same meals. Features including meal rotation plans and custom-made folders for saved recipes can easily encourage more variety.
Let us now discuss our next design thinking tool, which is the empathy map. This helps us to uncover their motivations, frustrations, and needs in their cooking experience. We divided our findings into 4 core areas: what our users say, think, do, and feel, concluding with their specific pains and gains. Now, let's start with what they say out loud during the cooking process. Majority of the respondents explicitly state that simply deciding what to cook is the most challenging part of the entire process. Another 66.7% reported the concern that online recipes often require ingredients that are unavailable locally, and because of these limitations, many improvise by substituting missing ingredients with whatever they already have at home. Ultimately, they voice that they cook to care for their families and to manage the rising cost of living responsibly. Now, let's think about what occupies our users' thoughts internally. Users think of meal planning as a challenge, one that is often more exhausting than the physical act of cooking. Users constantly think about managing their budget, using leftovers, and avoiding unnecessary food waste. Before they actually begin cooking, they also consider whether they have enough time, energy, and cooking skills for a particular recipe. Since most of our respondents said that they care about family preferences, they also question whether a meal will satisfy everyone while remaining nutritious and practical. With all these statements and thoughts in mind, let's now see how these translate into direct actions. As we have gathered, 93.3% of respondents use their smartphones as a primary tool to find meal ideas or inspiration, and we can see that they really rely heavily on YouTube and Google search to watch step-by-step tutorials and check reviews before trusting a recipe. When executing the cooking process, they check the pantry and alter the recipes, and they substitute the missing items with whatever is available. When time and energy run low, they fall back on cooking the same and familiar meals over and over again. We also noticed a lack of structured planning, such as shopping without a strict list, which leads to impulse buying and accidentally discarding forgotten items later on. And so, all of these cumulative results causes distinct emotional patterns. 1 in 5 users experiences decision fatigue, where they feel completely drained by the relentless daily responsibility of menu planning. And imagine standing in front of a refrigerator or pantry filled with random or mismatched ingredients, you'll definitely feel overwhelmed. And there are 13% of them that are simply exhausted from balancing family demands, work fatigue, and financial constraints. Meanwhile, the largest emotional segment is over a quarter of respondents, where they reach a state of passive acceptance or routine numbness toward deciding a meal. Many also may carry a heavy sense of guilt when forgotten groceries spoil and end up in the trash. And yet, when they successfully adapt a recipe using what they have, that frustration turns into a sense of satisfaction and confidence. We've also decided to derive our user pains using this board to help us with our prototyping, but to summarize this all, their core pain points center on lost time, mismatched ingredients, and inaccessible recipes online. Consequently, success for our users means building confidence in their kitchen decisions. They want to spend less time stressing over what to cook and more time enjoying the process, knowing that they are efficiently managing their household budget, cutting down on food waste, and serving meals their families genuinely look forward to. To design with empathy, we'll consider these insights to inform how we should develop in the next phase of the project.